It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, the science quiz program here in the Prince George's Schools where we test science IQs and science literacy. And we invite you to test your own. See if you can keep up with our wonderful players here today from two outstanding elementary schools. Here they are right now. Let's meet them. First from Thomas Stone Elementary, would you please say hello to Nicholas. Hey Nicholas, welcome to the show. These are the Thomas Stone Tigers, is that right? Yeah, and the captain of the team is Damien, back for a second year. Damien, nice to have you with us. He is the captain. And Frisia, nice to have you here. First time on the show. And the Tulip Grove team they're playing against, represented by Isaiah. Hey, Isaiah. He's got the moves over there. Check him out. Christiana is the captain. Hey, Christiana, nice to have you here. Like those shirts. Beautiful Science Bowl shirts over there. And Jeffter is here. First time on the show. He's got some moves, too. All right. Here on the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions. If you've never seen our show before, here are those question categories right now.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing, and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty. Easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10 points. Tougher ones worth 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. We start our teams out with 50 points, no penalties ever for incorrect answers. And at the end of the 2 rounds, one of these 2 good-looking teams will come back to play again against Mary Harris Mother Jones for the chance to move on to the semifinals in this, our 37th year of competition on the Science Bowl. Let's go over and make sure everything is working properly. Let's go to that red team. Damien, would you try that buzzer? Bam. It looks good. It sounds good. Good luck to you, to Nicholas, and to Frisia. And Tulip Grove. Christiana, would you try that buzzer? It looks and sounds A-OK as well. Good luck to you and to Jeffter and to Isaiah. I want to congratulate you guys for being here. You are representing your schools. You look good. You're great ambassadors. May the better team win, but know that you are winners just for being here. Let's have a good game. We go alphabetically. T-H before T-U. So Thomas, Stone, and Damien, let's go.
Okay, Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 to start our game is a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, please, for this picture. You know, when it gets very cold, penguins get very close to each other in a formation that has what same name as football players getting together to discuss a play. Christiana.
Huddle?
Yeah, that's a penguin huddle. Absolutely right. You go deep. No. Go ahead, Tulip Grove. Green.
Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points. Multiple choice. In the new Avatar movie, the characters are mostly ectomorphs. E-C-T-O-M-O-R-P-H-S. They are ectomorphs, meaning they're blue-skinned, thin-skinned, or tall and skinny. All right, you got 3 choices there. Thomas Stone, where are you going to go? Damien.
Thin-skinned?
Not thin-skinned. No, those Avatar characters in the movie are ectomorphs, meaning they are blue-skinned, thin-skinned, or tall and skinny.
Blue-skinned?
So one neither of you chose. They are tall and skinny. A morph means a shape, and ecto means thin. All right, let's go again, please, with green. Advantage is still yours, Christiana.
Okay. Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo for 15 points. All of you know what eels are. You know, some of them are electric. You don't want to get near them. Get near them. Young European eels that migrate from Europe to the Sargasso Sea near America are known as glass eels because light goes right through them, making them what? Damien.
Transparent?
You got it. Transparent's what I want to hear. Go. Red.
No, it's okay. Let's get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points. It is easier to swim in a saltwater pool than a freshwater one because saltwater is denser and provides you with more of this B initialed. Thomas Stone.
Buoyancy?
Yes, it gives you added buoyancy. Absolutely right. Good. We'll turn that light out and give Damien a chance to choose that next question.
Green things for 10.
Green for 10 points. This is interesting. Listen carefully. Never thought about this before. The reason why a large group of trees is called conifers is because they produce these. They're involved in the tree's reproduction. Christiana.
Cones?
Cones. You got that right. Good. Go. Jeffter's excited. Yes. All right. We're in it. 5 points behind the lead. Go green.
Oh, let's get physical for 5.
Physical for 5 points is a multiple choice. Test tubes. You can see one right here on our game board. Test tubes are made of a special glass which doesn't expand when it's heated. Good thing. You don't want the glass shattering during an experiment. Are those test tubes made of Gore-Tex, Pyrex, or Simplex? Damien.
Simplex?
Not Simplex, nope. Test tubes that do not break, they don't expand when they're heated. That's because they're made of Gore-Tex, Pyrex, or Simplex. Help her out.
Pyrex?
Pyrex is right, yes, because pyro, you know, refers to heat and to fire. So that was your clue. That was your clue. Go green. Tie score, 75 all.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15? Did you say? Okay. Here we go. Body systems for while the television series The Last of Us was all about a fungus that turns us into zombies. Fungi generally can't live inside our bodies because we're too warm for them. But we do suffer, we humans, from some fungal infections. Can you name one? Name a fungal infection that we human beings do get. Tulip Grove.
Tapeworm?
Not a tapeworm. That's a good try. It's not a fungus. Thanks, Isaiah. That was a good suggestion. Thomas Stone, can you give me an example of a fungal infection in human beings? Damien.
Athlete's foot?
You got that right. Athlete's foot is an example. Toenail fungus, ringworm, yeast infections are all fungal infections. All right. 90 to 75 advantage now red. Go.
Green things for 15.
Green for 15. You'll know this one. Isaiah, make sure you listen to all my clues here. All my clues. The world's second most expensive spice is this bean, the fruit of an orchid flower. Familiar to many bakers as the extract used to flavor cakes and cookies. Damien.
Vanilla?
Vanilla. The vanilla bean, yes. The most expensive spice is saffron, and you need thousands of stigma from flowers to make it, which is why it's so expensive. The buzzer says our first round is over. You guys said nice. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're playing really well. Our score at this juncture, Thomas Stone 105. Tulip Grove right behind at 75. Lots more Science Bowl straight ahead. Don't go away. Welcome back to Science Bowl. Hope you're enjoying this game at home as much as we are here in the studio. 6 outstanding young people here, only one of whom has played our game before, but they are all acquitting themselves beautifully. Couple personal questions. Let's find out about our players. Let's go to Thomas Stone first. And the student who's been here before is Damien. Damien, so you liked it well enough to come back?
Oh, yes, definitely.
What do you like about the Science Bowl?
Well, I love that it's a competition, and I myself enjoy competitions, and I enjoy learning new things that I might not have known, and I love making new friends, and I love communicating, and just everything about it.
Wow, those are all wonderful reasons. You're a wonderful communicator, Damien. Thank you so much. Can you tell us the name of the coach on Thomas Stone?
Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford. He does a great job. And who's the principal at your school?
Mr. Hintz.
Yes, indeed. And both of them, you know, have been great Science Bowl sponsors, and we thank them both for all of their support. And did you have any alternates on your team? I think you do.
Yes.
Can you give us the first names?
We had Jaden, Siobhan, Shaban, and Peyton.
Wonderful. Bring them out in just a few moments so they get some FaceTime here, because I know they trained as hard as you guys did. Something about Thomas Stone. I've been to your school a couple of times. I think you got a new library a number of years ago.
Yes.
What's great about Thomas Stone?
Well, I love all the teachers there, and I think that students who go to Thomas Stone get an amazing education, and it's a great place to make new friends and just to be in.
You could do an ad for the school. I mean, it is wonderful. Thank you. That is,
Thank you, Mr. Z.
Everyone there is just smiling this broadly after what you just said. Thank you. Damien, what do you want to do someday?
Someday I want to go to Embry-Riddler's college, and I want to grow up to become someone who works in the aviation and or aeronautics field.
Wonderful. You'll be successful, I can tell already. Nicholas, nice to have you on the show. First time here. You're a soccer player, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to be a professional player?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you watch the World Cup this year?
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Were you rooting for Argentina or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first I was rooting for Mexico, but then when it lost, I was
Absolutely.
like, Argentina.
I hear you. I hear you. When you're not playing soccer, what do you do in your spare time?
I like to read nonfiction books or hang out with friends.
Normal kid stuff, yeah. You're doing a nice job here today. What grade are you in, Nick?
Fourth.
Fourth grade. And Damien, you are in?
Fifth.
Fifth grade. And Frieza, what grade are you in?
I'm in fifth grade.
Fifth grade. Tell us your story. What do you want to do someday?
Someday I want to become a doctor or take care of pets, a veterinarian.
Do you have any pets at home?
Yeah,
What do you got?
a cat,
Yeah. And the name?
Bella.
Ah, nice, nice. And why'd you want to be on the show?
Well, I like science a lot, and I know that science can help me know some stuff, like get prepared to become a doctor.
Absolutely right. You have a lot of years of schooling ahead to be a doctor, and you're doing a real nice job here today. Keep it up and keep to that dream. Let's go over to Tulip Grove. Christiana, tell us about your school. Who is your principal?
Miss Coffin?
Absolutely, and I was at Tulip Grove the day it opened, and it was a wonderful dedication, and you had flowers growing on the wall inside there, and it's a beautiful school, isn't it? Yeah, Thomas Stone is a great school as well. Who's your coach?
Mr. Allen?
Absolutely, he has been working hard with you guys as well, getting you ready for today. And I like the shirts. As I said, everyone's wearing these wonderful shirts here today, identifying you as proud members of Tulip Grove and Thomas Stone. Any alternates on your team?
Mackenzie and David.
They'll be out in just a few moments. What is great about Tulip Grove? What do you like? What do you brag about when you tell people, I go to Tulip Grove?
It's like a really nice school, and I feel like I'm never excluded, and I feel like I'm not like everybody. It's like you don't get compared a lot because we're like there we're all just like kids together, and I don't feel excluded a lot.
I love what you said. I don't even know I'm a student. You know, everybody is kind of in it together. And if you respect the teachers, they will respect you. And it sounds like that's what's happening there. What do you want to do someday?
I want to be a doctor, maybe specifically a pediatrician because I like kids.
Wonderful.
I like children.
And you're doing a very nice job here today. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Jeffter, tell us the Jeffter story. What do you do in your spare time?
Well, I like to watch TV and play video games. Sometimes I do other stuff around the house, like maybe help my mom and stuff. Basically around that, you know, I like to talk to people around, especially during dinner and like after school.
That's great. That is great. And I know you liked the idea of being on the show. Now that you're here, are you having a good time?
Yeah.
I'm glad. And someday you're going to be a...
Something.
Yeah, you're too young yet. You got plenty of time to worry about that. Yeah, we adults like to ask that question. You know that. Isaiah wants to be something in marine biology. You've been scuba diving and snorkeling. What did you see down there that was really cool?
I saw a shark.
Yeah? How big?
Small.
Small. So were you afraid?
No.
No. Yeah, because they're really not interested in you because you're not their typical prey. You know, oftentimes these great whites, they think we're seals. You know, they don't bear us any particular animus. So what do you do in your spare time, Isaiah?
I like to read books and play with my Legos, and sometimes like watch TV and play video games. and like go ride my bike, and I like going to pools and
That's great.
Yeah.
Can I ask, do you wear a helmet when you ride your bike?
yeah.
Thank you. And your favorite television show is? There's only one right answer to this question.
Science Bowl.
Thank you. Yes, Science Bowl. Thank you, judges, for your assist on that. All right, let's get back into the game. 75 for Tulip Grove and 105 for Thomas Stone. And the last correct answer came from the red team. So, Damien, let's go.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Multiple choice. You know, the world keeps getting warmer. Global warming. The global goal of limiting the planet's warming is 1.5 degrees Celsius, which is equal to which of the following on the Fahrenheit scale? 1.5 Celsius is equal to 2.7, 5.1, or 10.3 Fahrenheit. Correct answer is 2.7, which is still very high. 5.1 and 10.3, all the ice would be melting. That would be catastrophic. Let's try again, red. Remember, you don't get any points deducted for guessing. Go.
Let's get physical for 15.
Physical for 15 points. Scientists, oh, you've read about this, you heard about it. Scientists have been looking for this for a long time. Scientists, for the first time, have been able to produce one of these reactions that creates a net energy gain. Long sought as a source of limitless power, it is the opposite of fission. Someone's got a ring. Tulip Grove?
Fusion?
Fusion, that's right. Listen to Jeff there. He was telling you, Isaiah 2. It is indeed fusion. Go green.
Thank you.
You pick.
Zubrate for 20.
Zuprate for 20 points is a visual question. Look at the monitor, please, in the studio. You know, fossilized footprints reveal that 11,000 years ago, kids were playing in some muddy water that had collected in the footprints of this large animal, now extinct, that is known today in smaller form as the slowest moving of the mammals. Thomas Stone.
Sloth?
The sloth, that's
sloth.
right. Remember the sloth in Zootopia who worked at DMV? Yeah. Go red. Turn out the red light, please.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Charles Darwin, we use his name a lot on the program here, famously said that evolution of these was an abominable mystery. He couldn't figure out where they came from. They didn't appear in the fossil record until relatively recently. These often beautiful plant parts have petals and sepals and stigmas and anthers. What am I describing? Damien?
Flowers.
Yeah, those are flowers. No record of flowers in the fossil record until relatively recently. Isn't that amazing? All right, 145 to 95, red advantage.
Let's round off. Body systems for 20.
Body for 20 points. Here's your question. Big words, simple answer. Listen carefully. Bronchiolitis is an inflammation of the small airways of the lung. While this P initial disease caused by a bacterium is an infection of the lung, a P initial disease whose P is silent. Thomas Stone.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia, yes. P-N-E-U-M-O-N-I-A. Good spelling bee word. Go again, red.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. All right. You know this one. Listen carefully. You got to listen to all the clues because I'm trying to lead you down the garden path to something that's inevitable. For 15 points in potpourri. Here it is. For snowflakes to form, gosh, I wish we had some this winter. For snowflakes to form, you need cold temperatures, humidity, and tiny particles of dust that will serve as the framework for the flake. That piece of dust has what same name as the central part of animal cells and plant cells, right in the center. Damien.
Nucleus?
Nucleus, that's right. Christiana, if someone's asking you to push the buzzer, you got to push it. You got to push it. Otherwise, they're going to jump in. Okay, go red. Damien, good answer. Nucleus it is.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Listen carefully. The so-called disease of kings, gout, G-O-U-T, caused by drinking too much, and eating too much rich food is diagnosed when someone's big toe is inflamed from this A-initialed bone-crippling disease? That is arthritis. Arthritis. Go again, red.
Let's get physical for 25.
Physical for 25. The big one in that category is carbohydrates and hydrocarbons. They sound like the same thing. But carbohydrates, like the sugar you eat, and hydrocarbons, like the coal that you dig out of the ground, are chemically different. Both contain carbon, both contain hydrogen, but only carbohydrates contain this chemical, number 8 on the periodic table. I know you guys have studied the periodic table. All right, come on, Tulip Grove.
Potassium.
Ooh, not potassium. Good try. Number 8 on the periodic table, the chemical element in addition to carbon and hydrogen you find in carbohydrates only, not hydrocarbons.
Sodium?
Good try, both teams. Oxygen. 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 Carbohydrates. Yes, indeed. Try again, please. Come on, red. Go.
Dateline science for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. A recently discovered mummy of an 18-month-old child that died in the 1600s revealed that that little boy had rickets, a bone deformity disease that occurs when there is not enough of this sunshine vitamin in your body. Come on, Tulip Grove.
Vitamin D.
You got it. Good. All right. All right, come on. Time to come back. Got lots of 25-pointers there. Where next? Go.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25 points. All right, here you go. A water strider insect, those bugs that can walk on water, and the basilisk lizard, called the Jesus Christ lizard because it can run across the water, can literally, those two creatures can literally walk or run on water because linked water molecules provide surface what?
Density?
Not density, good try. Surface what, Thomas Stone?
Tension.
Tension, that's right, tension. Good try, Christiana. You'll get them next time. Come on, red.
Dateline for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. A sign in Pennsylvania recently read, "Do not play in the dirt or around the mulch." It was a warning that the area was contaminated with this chemical element with the symbol capital P, small b.
Lead.
Grove.
Lead.
Lead, all right, yes. She got all kinds of chemical symbols on your shirt there. I'm glad you got that one. Good, go. Go again.
Body systems for 25.
Body systems for 25 points, big one in that category. After watching the movie Frankenstein, about a monster made of human body parts, animated by an electrical current, scientist Errol Bakken got the idea of using electrical equipment to control irregular heart rhythms. He went on to invent the first of these P-initial devices. Tulip Grove.
Pacemaker. Pacemaker.
Pacemaker, that's right. Thank you, Jeffter. Thank you, Isaiah. Good, you're on a roll. Go, green.
Science potpourri for 25.
All right. 25 points, multiple choice. Listen carefully. Have you ever been to Hawaii, anybody? Been to Hawaii? Some of the most memorable sites in Hawaii are the petroglyphs, which of the following? Types of palm trees that grow nowhere else, unique lizards that live on the lava flows, or images carved into rocks by people many years ago. Petroglyphs. All right, come on, Isaiah, you're jumping all over the place. What do you want to say?
Past Isaiah.
Petroglyphs.
Which one was it?
Which one was it?
Oh,
Are they the palm trees, the lizards, or the images carved on the rocks?
Oh, the images carved on the rocks.
That's right, exactly right. Good, go. All right, go green.
Green things for 25.
Did you say green things for 25? Okay, here we go. Big one in that category. Multiple choice. You all know what poinsettia plants are, though? Those ones at Christmas with the big red leaves, those are poinsettia. You only see them at Christmas. Poinsettias illustrate something called, don't be thrown by the name, but listen to it. They illustrate photoperiodism because they only bloom when the nights are long, the humidity is low, or the amount of water is high. Damien.
Winter? Winter?
Did you say water?
Winter.
Winter. That was not one of the choices there.
Oh, it was a
Okay.
multiple choice. I'm sorry.
Multiple choice. Tulip Grove. Poinsettias illustrate photo period because they only bloom when the nights are long, when the humidity is low, or the amount of water is high.
Because photo is like maybe.
What you got?
Long nights.
Long nights. Long nights is right. Yes, indeed. 25 points. Good. Photo, light, periodism, time. Put the two together. All right. Go Tulip Grove. Which one? Come on.
Daylight signs for 20.
Dateline science for 20 points. Here it is. Garrett Morgan, the so-called African-American Edison, invented the gas mask for firefighters, many of whom were dying of smoke inhalation. The masks kept firefighters from inhaling this deadly, colorless, odorless gas, which binds Tulip Grove. What you got?
Talk to me. Methane?
Say it again.
Methane?
Not methane. Good try, Thomas Stone. I will repeat the question for you. Garrett Morgan, the so-called African-American Edison, invented the gas masks for firefighters, many of whom were dying of smoke inhalation. The mask kept firefighters from inhaling this deadly, colorless, odorless gas.
Pass to Nicholas.
Come on, Nick.
Wait, what is it? Carbon dioxide?
Say it again.
Carbon dioxide?
Ooh, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide was the right answer. But the final buzzer had rung, which means by the barest of margins, Thomas Stone is going to win this game after a great effort by Tulip Grove. We'll double check that score and be back with you in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. Yeah, this was a nail biter. As you saw, our team from Tulip Grove was down over 100 points, and in no time it was almost a dead heat, testifying to the skill of that team and all of our players here today. We're proud of each and every one of them. Everybody is a winner here today. Our final tally today is Tulip Grove 195, Thomas Stone 205. Congratulations, Thomas Stone. We are going to see you in the next round. Damien, would you be good enough to introduce everybody standing back there? Oh, I guess if you didn't wear that, you couldn't come today, is right? You had to wear that shirt. Tell us who they are.
All right, up here we have the coach, Mr. Ford. He's our science teacher for 5th grade. Behind me, we have Mr. Hintz, our principal.
Yes.
Over here, we have Siobhan, Peyton, Jaden, and we have Nicholas and Frizia.
Well, absolutely. You're a fabulous captain over there, Damien. Thank you for did that very nicely, and we will see you in the next round. And Tulip Grove, Christiana, another round of applause for the Tulip Grove team. Would you make the introductions? Who's standing back there?
This is Mr. Allen, our science book coach, Miss Coffin, our principal, and then Mackenzie and David, the alternates.
Wonderful. You did a nice job on that. And I'm looking over there. Too bad we didn't have a question about K and potassium because you've got it all over your shirt over there. You played a really super game here today. And we appreciate you tuning us in. We hope you join us again for another edition of the Science Bowl. Until then, I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye, everybody.